Life golden, yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, 'cause we're golden.
Hey guys, Todd Selva, MVPStrengthCamp.com. Today I'm going to give you a couple of back pain elimination tactics, 1 and 2. And this is specifically for, bear with me here with the camera angle, but pain in this side of the glute, like the glute medius, the piriformis area, for those of you who know who that is. But anyone who's experienced sciatic pain before as a result of a herniated disc or some sort of tissue inflammation, irritating the nerve root, any of the above, you know this area I'm talking about, right in your butt cheek, like kind of in the side, the kind of like low back, upper butt, kind of high hip area. So I'm in my gym. Bear with me as I adjust here. I'm just gonna set the camera down. I don't have my stand with me today, but you're gonna see I've got a dumbbell right here. This is not necessary, but for me, what it's gonna do is gonna help me keep this shoulder down on the ground, okay? So I'm here, I'm gonna keep that shoulder down by grabbing onto that dumbbell. I'm gonna bring this knee up, and I'm gonna bring this whole entire leg over. Okay, now I'm gonna spend as long as it takes here, at least a minute. The longer the better. I like to spend about 2-3 minutes here. And again, you're gonna find it's gonna wanna just kind of flop back, but you're gonna bring that knee up as high as you can. The higher the better, in my opinion. Come over. And goal is to get that knee on the ground on the opposite side without lifting this shoulder up like this to do so. So you can just, you don't need the dumbbell, you can just come straight out here. I like to hold the dumbbell because I give a little assistance with the other hand, and I drive that knee down. I let it settle in for about a minute. I come out of it, take a breath of air, and then I press back down in. It's kind of awful, all right? It's kind of awful, but it's the end result I'm looking for, okay? So that's the first one. Second one is I'm gonna take, this is a lacrosse ball. You can use a tennis ball. You could use a water bottle, any kind of object, but a ball, I think a ball works best. I have some soft baseballs in my gym. I have some lacrosse balls, tennis balls, and regular baseballs. Anything like that works. But I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna sit on that. I'm gonna put that right into that same area, that glute medius, over near the piriformis, and I'm gonna stay away from that nerve root by not going too far back, but I'm more on the side, okay? So high hip, lower back / upper butt kinda. I can bend this knee up. Some people like to go with this one when we're foam rolling in here or doing soft tissue work on the ball, and they'll cross over. Hey, this is great, right? But one thing about this, be aware, okay? Be aware of where you're going with that ball, okay? Because you don't want to press down on any nerve, the sciatic nerve right there. If you look at where your piriformis is, and those tissues all surround that sciatic nerve, you don't want to press down on that too hard. You're going to hit and compress that nerve, irritate that nerve, and that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to improve the situation, restore function in that tissue. If you do hit like a little bit of a nervy spot, I have nervy spots myself, and I know from working with my physical therapist, I'm nowhere near that S1 nerve root. But if you feel a little tingle, or you feel a little compression in that nerve, you know it right away if you have sciatica. Just simply come off it, get back onto the ball where the tight spot is, where the tight tissue is, and roll that side to side against the tissue. Press down on it, contract, relax the muscle. Do whatever you need to do. Stay there a good minute, good 2 minutes, 3 minutes, if you can, and then you go right back to this this first one I showed you here. Shoulder down, knee up, over to the opposite side, and hold. So hopefully that gets you some relief. That's done a ton for me. I'm dealing with 2 disc herniations at L5-S1, 2 major spine surgeries, one of which is a fusion, nerve pain, nerve damage, nerve pain for the last 10 years, and I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I work out daily. I train people. So I'm very active, do a lot of hiking, walking through the woods, things like that. Pretty active guy. So this thing flares up on me quite frequently, and this is how I get relief. And most recently, not just temporary relief, but I've got nerve pain relief actually that hasn't been there for the last 10 years. So things are going great there. I hope the same for you, and we'll talk soon.